And welcome to the first episode of Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, Blades in the Dark. I'm your GM, Matihi, and joined with me tonight I have Sim playing Guardian Simmothy, the Awakened. I have Bo playing Bo, the Lord Commander of the Kingsguard. We have Akki playing Akki the Brewmaster. And we have Slip playing Slip the Court Magician. This D&D game will be a D&D game for the ages, as it will be one that is filled with in-jokes, memes, and many things that you probably don't understand. But if you do, props to you, and also please stop stalking us. Without further ado, we're gonna start. I don't know if I mentioned my name, that's Matihi, but we're going for it. All right. A Whisper from the Borders is this episode's title. The short time ago in a land not so far away, we see through the white clouds and blue skies to a castle that sits upon a hill. Surrounded by thick stone walls protected by enchanted creatures of discord, the Castle of Blades sits protected. A beautiful ivory structure with turquoise towers, the castle emanated with majesty. But only those who were deemed worthy were allowed to enter. The creatures of discord prevented the undesirables from entering, and if those undesirables somehow made it past the borders and into the castle, it was up to the members of the court to see them out. Atop the Iron Throne sits King Tetnact of Calorus. His eyes are sharp and ever wary. There is almost nothing that escapes his ears or his gaze. To his right sits the Lord Commander of the Kingsguard, Lord Bo, a paladin with a great many children. He is beloved by the people, and most of all, his wife. To the king's left sits his hand, the dark sorceress Matt, a changeling of deception and cunning. She hails from a land far to the north, a land of bitter winters, unstable wildlife, and hordes of horrifying creatures. These three rule the lands of Calorus and the Castle of Blades with a firm grasp. Sitting outside the castle walls opposite the stables was a graveyard. Massive, unmarked gravestones lay about, each one a mark of those who have made it past the borders. None survived. There were those who came and left the Castle of Blades, many of their own volition. The elven siblings to the East Marchers were such individuals. A disagreement between the king, his loyal advisor, the hand, and the elven siblings reached a fever pitch, causing the siblings to depart. The worst betrayal is one that still burns the souls of the Court of Blades to this day. Waves of hatred emanated from the castle for weeks, causing all wildlife to wither and die in the surrounding locality. The advisor is one we do not speak of. Once thought a wise wizard, someone with words to heed and direction to be guided by, took his leave in the middle of the night. Over the years, his jolly facade faded into one of bitterness and hatred, and he let dark magics consume his soul. Tempted by the dark arts of necromancy, the advisor stole away in the night. He cut at the heart of the sorceress, stabbed the king in the back, and brought a great sickness upon the land. Many pulled through easily, but some are still feeling the sickness to this day. Many historical texts were burned at his hand, and all traces of him vanished. The sorceress still lives, regrowing her heart taken from her. Many have gone, and many have been slain at the doors, but the Castle of Blades still prevails. They still sow the seeds and feed their people. The ivory structure remains a beacon of accomplishment for all to see.
Hear, hear.
And now we pan into the court halls and to the center of the Castle of Blades with King Tetnac high on his throne. Of course, to his right, the sorceress Matt, hand of the king. To his left, sitting down from the throne, the scribe Demi. He sits scribbling away. And as usual, King Tetnac, he is proposing many different laws, many different ventures, many different avenues for the kingdom to go down. Always with ideas, always with new things in his head. There's never a day where King Tetnak rests, no matter how much the Queen begs him to. Standing out front is Sir Ghost, a half-orc of medium size. He stands tall, stands strong, though there is always a slight sleepiness in his eyes. He looks around with idle boredom, wanting eventually, once his shift is over, to go to the local, we'll call it a gym, because everyone knows what a gym is. That's what he's waiting for on this day. Across the pathway, we see the awakened bear, Guardian Simmothy. Simmothy stands there, tall, stroking his bare beard with one hand, holding a grunting pig under the other. It squeals occasionally as he gives it a slight squeeze, just to let it know that it's still in his grasp. It's this time the Lord Commander Bo has been returned from an adventure of his own. Him and his knightly order recently went on a quest to obtain a magical component for their personal ritual. They ventured to the font of Drunken to receive such component. And he has come to report his success. Slip, the court magician, is practicing her cantrips within the Great Hall. She did enjoy practicing outside the Great Hall, but there were too many onlookers. King Tetnak paid no mind to idle practices here, and she was free to do what she wished. And Akki the Brewmaster came with good news. He had come up with a new recipe that he thinks the king will. He wears the apron of endowment, a magical item crafted from the hands of the sorceress herself. This gives him the advantage on all rolls revolving your cooking. But if you'd like, we'll start with Lord Commander Bo, if you'd like to introduce yourself and describe your character.
Lord Commander Bo walks through the front doors of the castle. He is flanked by his knights on both the left and right. They have spent many long nights in the field, days under the scorching sun, trundling up and down hills into valleys and under mountains. Indeed, they did find the famed land of Drunken, and as they walk into the hall, they leave behind them footprints of a greasy white liquid. They are covered with lotion that has moistened their scales. And as he greets Akki the Brewmaster, he shakes his hand. The Brewmaster may note how soft and delicate Lord Commander Bo's hand is, as indeed he has bathed in the famed waters of Drunken. Me and my men require a stout ale, Brewmaster. We have quite a bit of news to report to the king. Indeed, we have found that which our order seeks. But I shall not speak of it now, for my throat is dry, and my men are thirsty. And Lord Commander Bo is a dragonborn, bulging muscles underneath his armor, and right now he is covered with what looks to be some sort of salve.
You embrace, of course, you and your men embrace the salve from Drunken, and you have bathed in the moisturous waters, at least you hope they were water. And each of you are very much prepared for your evening ritual, all to be commenced alone and without anyone else watching.
The path that a paladin travels is a lonely one. Sometimes, under moon or under stars, there is no one to love us but ourselves. And thus we partake in the ritual.
And Akki, the Brewmaster, dwarven such as you, what about you? What about yourself?
Yeah, Akki the Brewmaster is quite joyous to see his friends returned and offers them all quite hearty brew of spiced bilberry tea, fresh and piping hot. Oi, so the trip go well? Yeah?
It went as well as could be expected. Akki the Brewmaster.
That's good. Well, there's new tea, so, have some. There's plenty of it around. Made a fucking whole pot full, so hopefully
Commander
drink up plenty.
Grabs one of the mugs, and both he and his men, they tried to grasp the mug, but it keeps slipping out of their hands. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, okay, I got you bugger. What is this, bilberry?
Yeah, bilberry. It's really good for your eyes.
Yes, it is. All the better to see evil with, I assume.
Yeah, exactly. How else are you going to kill all the stuff hunting in the dark, right? I heard there was a demon going around with a shadow lately. I'm trying to slay it, but I keep forgetting and where it was, so keep postponing it. But we'll get there eventually, right?
Indeed we will. No evil escapes the eyes of the Lord Commander.
And what about Slip, the court magician? Why don't you introduce yourself?
Slip is a tiefling, born one of 6, the child of a wheelwright and a tinker. So she's always been good with tools, mechanics, and fending for herself. Her parents worked really hard to send her to wizard school, where she discovered the opportunity to hone her talents with both magic and men alike. But after growing bored with the lack of challenges presented by both her magical studies and the males of peasantry, she sought the service of King Tet, foreseeing great challenges and accomplishments to be found there that might save her from her ever-looming boredom. At the moment, she's looking into an enchanted mirror, changing her appearance ever so slightly over and over, saving these selfies for later admiration. Hair up, hair down. Horns up, horn down. Smaller horns, bigger horns. Yes, hornier is better, she determines. She looks up as the conversation of Akki the Brewmaster and Lord Commander Bo distracts her from her current practice with her cantrips. Puts down the mirror. So you're back. There's nothing... You didn't think that you could invite me to go along. I've been sitting here with nothing to do. Well, that's okay. I know. It's just a boys' club around here.
I'm very sorry, Slip. It's something that I much regret late tonight under the stars when me and my men perform our ritual. Sometimes we do wish for the company of one of your kind, but alas, this is the way. And then the men say, this is the way, and they kind of wipe the lotion off of all their hands on like a towel that they carry at their waist.
She kind of looks at the towels a little distastefully. Well, maybe it's better that way. But still, next time something comes up that doesn't require the ritual or all you men, keep me in mind. I'm desperately bored over here.
And sorry, you may go ahead.
Nope, I have nothing.
All right. And Slip, I would actually like you to make me a roll of the Arcana type to figure out what exactly, or even religion, but you did this, to figure out exactly what this ritual that he is speaking of is. You have no clue.
No, it just... the material components seem suspect.
Yes. You've heard whispers. You think it might be the boo cake ritual, but you're not sure. And what about Guardian Simmothy standing there with his pig?
So as he's standing there and petting the butt of his pig that he's saving for later, some point when he gets hungry. He smells something in the air. It smells like bilberry tea. And he's going to sniff around and look directly at Akki. Is that tea? And he's going to start sauntering his way over there, sniffing the air.
Yeah, bilberry. It's good stuff, man. Bears like berries, right? I mean, it's got your name in it, so.
You mind if I have some?
Oh, yeah, here, go ahead. And he actually has, like, a huge pot of it there, and he pulls up a rather large Stein-like mug and kind of just dips it in and then hands it to you so that it handles your way.
As he's handing him the mug, he kind of ignores it and then grabs for the big old pot.
You know
Thank
that's
you.
like 200 degrees, right? Be
He's a
careful.
bear. He's gonna drop it, lick it off the floor.
It clatters to the ground and you kneel down and you lick it off the floor. I would like you to make me a constitution check, Guardian Simmothy.
Oh man, hang on, I gotta pull up the sheet.
Yep, you gotta pull up the sheet, Guardian Simmothy. You must open your sheet in order to roll your constitution check.
I love the idea that he just has all these notes written on the pig, and he's like checking the pig over.
You check the pig butt, but you lean down and lick the tea off the ground. But luckily, though it is hot, your tongue is very supple, but it is what else? Resilient. And you are able to not take any damage from this very hot tea in this very hot thing. And Akki, how do you feel as you see all your tea spill onto the floor and Guardian Simmothy get out on all fours, still clutching, and lick up that hard brewed tea that you made?
I feel a mix of disappointment and respect, and I don't know how to feel about that.
5-second rule, says Slip, nodding in approval.
Yeah, it tastes
6,
just as good out the
7,
bowl as
8,
it does on the
yeah.
floor.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you like it, I guess that's a good
Focus
thing,
from
right?
the fluid.
You see Sorceress Matt, Hand of the King, look over to the group of you, and she frowns. Can you fucking not?
What do you mean?
want some?
No, I think I'm okay.
I mean, it is floor tea at this point, but
Yeah, I'm really floored by the fact that you're drinking it
for
off.
fuck's sake. I mean, I know I made the bear joke, but come on.
It's pretty unbearable. And Matt, Hand of the King, she laughs to herself at her own joke because she is the funniest here in the castle. Please.
Also the court jester.
She's not the court jester, she's the hand.
I know a thing or two about hands.
We know you do.
And as everyone's starting to speak, King Tetnak stands and he waves his hand. Silence! Everyone, shut up. And you see Demi the Scribe, and Demi the Scribe, he is a very small object. And you see his slightly oversized hands stop writing vigorously on a very long piece of parchment. He looks very happy and very exhausted. And Ted's like, you can go, Demi. And Demi's like, oh, okay.
Huh?
Lord Commander kind of leans to his left and says to Slip, "What has happened since I've gone? Just last week, the Lord Tetnik was deciding he was going to raise the castle and put the entire kingdom over foul magics. He'd had enough as he recovered."
Fuck, I hope so.
He doesn't. I don't know. I can't really tell.
Seems to happen every cycle, but it's very well. It's good to know that things are back to normal.
Yeah, this is why I take St. John's wort. Don't have to deal with shit like that.
Mood stabilizers are never a bad thing for Tetnak.
Oh, yeah. I tried to make him some brew, but, I mean, you know.
And as you say that, you hear the pitter-patter of feet coming towards the throne room. It sounds metallic, sounds heavy. I'd like you to all make or maybe insight checks make more sense.
What?
No. Wait, insight. Yes, we'll do this.
Insight.
Yes.
Insight. Okay.
Tea on
Yeah,
the floor.
sure.
Pay attention.
There's so much tea.
So much insight.
Both Slip, the court magician, and Sim, the busy staring at the tea and making jokes between the two of them. But both Akki the Brewmaster and Lord Commander Bo recognize these pitter-patter of feet. And you see, entering into the throne room, is a Warforged of Rogue, the Scholar. Blue eyes and his metal facade. He rushes in. He still looks very casual, as it's very hard to face him. He is a Warforged, and he does not have face. Oh yes, it automatically rolls with advantage. We're just going off the first one. It just does that.
Yeah.
I'm ignoring that side.
Cool.
Don't worry.
It's fine.
Rogue, the Scott. He does not take a moment to take a break, as he does not need to. And he looks to you and goes, "Hey guys."
Hey man, how's it going? That space research
It's
going
pretty
pretty good?
Yeah, it's going pretty good. That's anytime soon, but still pretty decent.
Nice.
Yeah, there's someone down at the tavern. Apparently he's causing a ruckus. Can you guys deal with?
Sure. What do you want
Ruckus.
wants to like knock him out or something? Get rid of him or what?
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds good.
Alright. Cool.
But there's
No.
tea on the floor.
Thank God.
Yeah, there is tea on the floor. I wonder how that
I like
happened,
it, man.
Sim.
I was thirsty.
I know. It's quite apparent by you licking the tea off of the floor.
You must lower your expectations for this bear. He's one step above a savage. Peninsula in the north.
It stood above you. Remember, it all flows downriver.
Ugh. Don't make me
They
think
say
about
about
that imagery. Please.
It's where I bathe.
Ugh.
Lord Commander coughs. Clears his throat. Disgusting. Disgusting.
And what you all do is you receive the what did I call him again? Oh yeah, Scholar.
Oh, Slip urges them all to head to the tavern. Hurry, let's get down there before whatever trouble's going on is gone.
Yeah, sounds good.
Too peaceful around here.
Yeah, sounds like fun. I've been a bit bored lately, honestly, and my schedule's pretty empty for a while, so I need something to do.
Nay, if it's resolved by the time we get there, there's still booze, so...
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm meaning to make some mead soon. Any ideas for flavors?
Honey.
Mead. Oh, that stuff's nasty.
The fuck do you mean it's nasty? It's mead. How is mead nasty? Do you drink
It just
wine? Isn't wine nasty?
It's too sweet, Akki. Too sweet. Much too sweet.
You hear from the back, Matt, the Hand of the King, chime. Yes, do we really need it?
Do we not?
Oh, I do think you would like it. Sorceress. It's sweet. It's causes the sugar to rise. It's what they call a diabetic wine.
Ah, yes, diabetic wine, my favorite.
Sounds delicious.
Sure you can lick it off the floor too, Simmothy.
Yes. It'd probably taste better off the floor.
Hmm. I mean, I guess because it's alcohol, it's arguably more sanitary, but, I mean, let's be honest, we're stretching it there, aren't we?
Well, should we go on this tavern? I am thirsty for some ale. And I'll bring this pot along so I can finish licking it.
Don't forget your pig.
Oh, Hamilton is staying right with me.
Ah, very good.
Let me know when you decide to eat them, and I'll cook them up for you.
Yeah,
No,
I
no,
mean,
no.
really, I'm like eager to make some bacon out of that thing, to be honest.
The raw diet is all the fat.
Oh, come on.
Just don't leave that pig alone with the Kingsguard. Know what I said about nights alone in the wilderness.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
man.
I mean, that's not right.
Keeping him here with us is the safest thing for... What's his name, Simmothy?
Hamilton.
Oh,
Hamilton.
that's right. I forgot.
A fine name.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds tasty.
As you're discussing, you're all still standing there. You see another figure. He very casually walks into the room, very light steps, one that is only seen on very rare occasions, but he usually hosts his own parties. You see Lord Master Darren, a tiefling with gray skin, red eyes, and white hair, walks into the room. And he looks around clutching a book that looks to be bound in and he looks to you all. Aren't you guys supposed to go?
We were just heading to the tavern, Lord Master Darren.
Mm-hmm.
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 Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lord Master Darren just turns around at the agreement if you all supposed to leave.
So are we actually going then? I assume we are, right?
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's
Let's go
actually,
to the tavern.
actually go. God. I'm glad I kept a wineskin of this shit so that I didn't lose it all. Fuck.
You got more of that tea?
Not that's going on the floor. Because that's rude. And also, this is mine.
Well, as you see, I have no thumbs, so it's tough to manipulate things.
Yeah, well,
Maybe we can fashion him some sort of trough at the tavern.
it's actually a good idea.
Yeah, a tea trough.
I actually quite like that idea. And I'm going to do it now.
Sounds like something good.
I wonder if that'd work for
Sounds like
dogs.
Akki the Brewmaster is very crafty.
Oh, yeah. Fuck. I love that kind of stuff.
Can he fashion a trough?
Yeah, I can fashion a trough.
That's...
So, Bo, did you bring me back some buckeyes from your journey?
There were several buckeyes. We have a whole satchel full of them. How do you ask?
Because they are delicious.
Ah, they are delicious.
I mean, you can't beat them to a pulp. You just have to eat them whole. They're quite feisty.
Oh, I nearly forgot. And he reaches his greasy hand into his left pocket and produces a handful of buckeyes and tosses them to Simmothy. Quick, catch! Don't drop the pig! Whee!
And he'll try catching them all with his chest in his paws. And while holding on to the pig.
You hold onto the pig and, why don't you make me, let's see.
Athletics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, make me an athletics check. See if you can hold on to the pig and you can grab those.
Yay!
Thing that no advantages rolled or disadvantage. So you are able to keep a hold of Hamilton and grab onto those buckeyes, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Now you're able to catch them in your mouth. Very, very skilled.
And he's preoccupied for the few minutes chewing.
As you're preoccupied for the few minutes chewing, you're able to walk out of the Castle of Blades, past the protections of the creatures of discord that patrol the board, making sure that no undesirables get in. And eventually you make your way into the village itself. You know it is a fairly small village, but a thriving village. And many in the village always wait for those who are in the Castle of Blades to come out. And they occasionally pop their heads out the window, and they wave to you all, calling, Slip, the court magician, Lord Commander Bo, Akki the Brewmaster, Guardian Simmothy, and attempting to get your attention and attempting to have you notice them. And no, you go ahead.
Yeah, Slip just waves with a friendly smile on her face. Does a little prestidigitation cantrip, surrounding them all with kind of a very subtle glow of greatness, so that to kind of re-emphasize their superiority over the peasantry as they head to the tavern.
As you're about to approach the tavern, unfortunately, because you are outside the walls where the creatures of discord do not have protection, you do see something that is approaching you. Looks to be black, on all fours, and coming very, very slowly towards you. There looks to be a couple, and as they approach, they seem to be sniffing at the ground. But finally, they get close enough and you see that it's a dog with glowing red eyes.
Oh, thank Christ. Could have been a lot worse.
It's the great Belmore the Beast.
You see, it's not Belmore, it's Bakmar.
Oh no, he's not blinking, is he?
No, she's not blinking, but she looks at you and says, I'm a dog. It's initiative time.
Oh, Christ, it's a talking one, isn't it?
If it tells you it's a dog, it's not a dog. There's something very wrong with that creature.
But Slip, you know it's a dog because it has red glowing eyes.
And it barks.
The
bark.
paradox and that she's facing there sets her back a moment as she ponders the impossibility of a dog that says it's a dog and yet also has red glowing eyes.
I have no idea how to add all of you to the initiative tracker.
We have to press the initiative button, but I have advantage on all
Where?
initiative because I'm a ranger.
Where's the initiative button?
No, it's just in your sheet.
Yeah.
What sheet?
It's the fucking sheet.
Our sheet.
There's
Oh,
a
your
button.
sheet.
Yes, I
But
know.
I have
didn't work
advantage
for
on
you.
this
What
because
the
I'm a
hell?
ranger. Why? Oh.
Why do you only work for
Well, it's a good thing I have advantage. Why is it not rolling advantage anymore? Alright, so this is 7.
This is initiative.
Just click on the word initiative
Yeah.
Where
right below.
is it?
Like your armor
Next to
class.
armor.
It's right to it's right to the right of your armor class.
Yeah.
And Bo
Oh,
stops
hang
and
on.
says, "What is this new devilry?" Oh, it's just a Barkmore.
Mhm.
On our trip to Jurgen, we played with it. It seemed fine, seemed tame. What's the problem?
Yeah, come on,
Oh,
Bob. What's wrong?
Appears to have followed you home.
Her grandmother is a blink dog.
Oh.
You don't say.
Wait, does that mean it's not really an animal? Because it's not really an animal, I'm kind of fine with killing it. But if it is just a normal animal, then I feel
Well,
kinda
it's a
bad.
dog because it's got red glowing eyes. I feel like we've already established this, Akki.
I don't know.
Have you never eaten dog before?
I mean,
Slip casts a minor illusion on the Barkmore, making its eyes stop glowing. But she doesn't tell anyone.
Before that turn, it is Guardian Simmothy. Simmothy, what do you do as you see that Barkmore come towards you and say, bark, bark, bark?
No, you cannot have Hamilton.
What do you do?
Yes.
It's about 15 feet away from you, to be specific.
oh, don't hurt it.
Eyes aren't glowing anymore.
Bark, bark,
It's not a
bark.
dog.
I think it's
I'm a
trying to,
dog.
it's
Can I
trying to
use-
tree me.
Can I use divine sense?
On your turn, you can.
Ah,
This is Guardian Sympathy's turn until
Oh,
he
yeah.
says it's not. Until he renounces his turn. It is Guardian Sympathy's turn.
strike fast and hard, Simmothy.
Oh, come on.
Yes.
It's not hurting us. I mean, it's just borking at us weirdly.
We should leave you behind. Bark, bark, bark.
I shall wait to see if he's aggressive or not.
You hold your action. You stand firm, squeezing Hamilton for comfort. Akki the Brewmaster, what do you do against the Bakmar?
I cast Animal Friendship.
Cast it.
I do this. It's just, it happens.
Oh, does it do something? Is there a roll? Is there an opposed roll?
No. I don't. Oh shit! I closed the
think
thing.
you're
Give me a
lying.
second. Let me find
It's on
out.
the other page.
The spell disappeared from my mind. I have to, let me think. What? How'd it go again? Let me see. Oh yeah. 24 hours.
Oh, I
One
found it.
action. 30 feet. Convince a beast that I mean it no harm. Choose a beast I can see within range. It must see and hear me. If its int is 4 or higher, the spell fails.
Unfortunately, the spell fails.
No. All right, guys, it's sentient. Let's fucking kill it.
We were gonna eat it anyways, right?
I mean, I guess.
Let's see. Oh wait, you didn't. Oh, you rolled initiative. I'm sorry, I didn't see that you did that. But I will add you to the initiative tracker.
Should be Slip the Court
Didn't you
Magician's
earlier?
turn.
Got a 14.
Are you clicking on a token?
Oh yeah, that's right.
We'll say it's.
Oh, you have to have the
Turn
token
now.
selected when you roll it from the sheet. That's
Weird.
weird.
Oh.
That's probably why I
Alright,
added
Slip.
Slip uses her turn to make sure that that creature's eyes aren't glowing anymore, so there's no question whether it's okay to kill.
You see its eyes, it stops glowing. And you think, as you look behind it, there might be a child vampire there, but you aren't sure.
Man, that's not cool.
So, is that your
She
turn?
says, "Look, the illusion is past. It's really a dog. It's not a dog. We need to kill it before it wreaks havoc on this town."
Oh, a dog.
And
But its
next,
eyes aren't glowing.
see its eyes fade, Bo. Lord Bo. You see its eyes fade from a glowing red to just a black as it stares at you, and you see in the blackness a reflection of your soul.
I would like to destroy this dog.
All right, it is your turn. You are 15 feet away from the Bokmar. What do you do?
Let's see here. He brandishes his axe in 2 hands and strides forth. And he, let's see, spells.
Yes.
I'm looking here. 1 bonus action. Can I do a bonus action?
I think so. Don't you get
Yes,
one bonus?
you have 1 bonus action a round. What's your bonus action, Lord Bo?
I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself before I close it down on this thing.
All right, what does Shield of Faith... Actually, I can look at...
A shimmering fields appears and surrounds a creature within range, granting it... Can I use it on myself or no? Maybe not.
I will see.
Yeah, probably can.
Yeah, so
Click the
1 bonus
button,
action,
Bo.
60 feet.
Yeah, it says you can.
Yes! Up to 10
I
minutes.
probably need to make a roll, right?
No.
No? I just use my slot?
Yes.
All right.
That's your bonus action. What do you do? Besides your bonus action, you have a move and you
I'm
have
going to
attack.
move towards it and attack with my 2-handed axe.
You step forward 15 feet, pushing aside both Akki the Brewmaster and Guardian Simmothy with one hand, taking the axe up in your right. You wield it, holding it over the Bokmar, and what do you do?
I'm going to attack it. Battle axe 2-handed.
Oh my
25.
goodness.
Fucking
So
shit.
you slice down at the Bokmar. It yelps in pain. And what damage do you do with this axe?
Fucking hell.
12.
You do... I think you have to roll damage, don't you?
I did.
Or
You
is it
just
on-
did.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, the
So
weapon name
12.
underneath the roll does the...
Ah,
Yeah.
That'd be a
what
bad
else
number.
you have? So you strike at the Bokmar, and I will... let's see.
Go back to your kennel, foul beast! You are no dog.
Don't look at its eyes. Its puppy dog eyes.
He dashes like he sidesteps as the dog tries to sidestep and kick Lord Commander's feet out from under him.
You slash into the Barkmar. It yelps as you slash into it, cutting it deeply. You see blackened blood rush out of the Barkmar as it starts to bleed onto the ground. And as retaliation, it jumps to the side 2 feet. You see it lunges at you, lunging at your legs, and is going to attempt to bite you.
It misses.
It attempts to bite you, but it goes between your legs instead. You bow them out, just like your name, and it misses. Strike going between your thighs, but not hitting.
Guardian Simmothy, make short work of this foul beast.
I'm a dog. What do you do, Guardian Simmothy?
Seeing it try to nip at his friend Lord Commander Bowen, he's gonna look over at Akki. Do you mind holding on to my pig for me? And he puts him in a pot, and he hands him.
I guess so. Sure.
Thank you. And with that, he's gonna scramble on all fours to go over 15 feet and give him a swipe with his paws. I don't know.
Do you have the role of swiping at it with your hands, Simmothy?
Yes.
All right, do it. Do it. Kill him.
And I
There you go.
hit a 13.
13 to hit. I do not think it hits the dire wolf.
I mean the Barkmar.
Oh, the bark. Sorry, my apologies. The Barkmar. And also its real name. So you can
I'm
banish
looking
it.
up some stats here.
Okay, so you slash at the Barkmar, but it dodges between Commander Bo's legs and runs around to the left, runs back in front, and growls at you. But it doesn't sound like a regular dog growl. It's just grrr, like a person doing it.
Oh my.
You guys see this? It's a dog.
I mean, it does sound like a fucking dog, doesn't it?
And Slip the Quack Magician, it is your turn.
I think the dog doth protest too much. This is no dog.
This is no dog, agrees Slip.
I mean, does that matter though?
Of course it matters. But,
Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because it's attacking us, but...
Lord Commander's voice changes into a normal voice and says, "She ain't my dog.
Fair enough.
She ain't my dog. Killed a bitch."
we'll do an autopsy when we're done, says Slip, and then she firebolts it.
You fire a firebolt.
Firebolt.
At this thing, and it hits the side of the Barkmar, and she says, or it says, "Ow! Roll me damage."
So, 8.
Oh, if you click the firebolt, the word firebolt underneath it, it should roll it.
Ooh.
I don't think it will if I do.
Oh, I did it.
Yeah, see,
I
that
did.
was-
Okay.
This. But you did 8
You did 8,
damage.
8. Plus
So-
5, though. 8 plus 5 would be what?
Is it plus 5?
No, that's for attack.
That's for the attack.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay,
This is
sorry.
just a cantrip. So she strikes at it with fire, and as she does so, she's also wreathed in a defensive circle of flame.
Nice.
As
Come on,
you
Akki.
do, it yelps in pain. It says, "Oh!"
This dog has as many lives as a cat.
You just need to put it out of its misery. You care about animals.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I mean, so kill it. It's the right thing to do.
Fine. Fucking hell. I guess so. I mean, I just feel bad, though. And Akki puts down the pig. I put down the pig. And walk over to it. Pull out a couple of swords. And, well, sorry, pal. Make this quick. And I have dual wielding the special thingy, which... What does that do? Let me check. Well, first off, I get to use 2 full proper long swords, basically. But also I have Colossus Slayer, and this thing's below its max HP, so I'm going to deal an extra D8 on the first thing that fucking hits it. But also I get 2 attacks because I'm dual wielding, and I have the feat, so both of my attacks deal full stat damage. So
You have to hit first, Akki the Brewmaster.
I know.
Do it. Do it.
Here's number 1.
Ah!
And then this is
my
going to deal an
goodness.
extra D8. It deals
give
that
me-
much.
As you slash into it, your first strike, tell me how you slay the Bokmar.
Yeah, I walk up to the thing, seeing it kind of whine a bit, feeling quite bad, but not bad enough. I swing the sword down cleanly and sever its head. Although not going quite all the way through, because let's be honest, the swords can't quite get that far that easy. So it goes most of the way through the neck and severs the spine and it's dead.
The spine of the Bokmar, it cries in pain. Ah! As you see what the blackness from its eyes become more dark and dark, and you see the shimmer fade from it as it lays down. You can hear it whine as the blood slowly trickles onto the ground. As it does so, finally fades from life, and the Bokmar is no more.
Every dog has its day, and this one's just ended.
But that wasn't a dog. It disappeared.
That is no dog.
I mean, yeah, it was talking, so. Well, here's your pig back.
Ah, Hamilton. And if a bear can smile, which looks like a snarl, you'll pick it up and give it a lick.
The Hamilton, the pig, it snorts and squeals and licks you back.
Attaboy. And you'll pet it butt first again to protect it from the dangers of soldiers on a long trip.
Dude, really, be careful about salmonella. I mean, come on.
Once again, the town is safe thanks to us. Let's go treat ourselves to a drink.
Was that the thing we
Lord
were here
Commander-
for?
No, there's something. I don't know. Was it? It doesn't matter.
I think
Something
we were going
on
to the
down
tavern.
the tavern. We're supposed to.
Wait,
check
wasn't there a
out.
vampire?
That was the Bokmar.
Oh, never
Bo
mind.
kind of looks around for any pint-sized vampires.
The only one that you look back down at the Bokmar and you see it's morphed into a 9-year-old child that looks like a vampire, but also a
God.
child, and then it
No,
turns
you-
into ash.
Kill the child,
Man.
Akki.
Fuck
Oh,
you.
man.
That fucking sucks.
What is wrong with you?
TD level.
You fuckers. Don't you
The
dare
Lord
take
Commander
it that
backs up and
far.
says, "I'm no child killer."
Oh, you
Yeah.
fucks.
I would like you all to make me perception checks
none of you
as
get
you are
mead.
calling Akki a child killer.
Just regular perception.
Do you want me
check.
to as
Yeah,
well?
okay.
Regular perception checks.
Yep.
Everyone.
I have nothing.
Oh, Bo, I will whisper you something as you have seen. You have seen all, while the others have seen none.
I mean, I don't know. I can see. Like, there's some hay bales and shit over there. I mean, there's birds up there.
Hey, Akki, does this Hamilton's butt smell weird today?
I don't want to know.
It'll smell really good if we fry it.
I mean, she's
No.
right.
Smells of salmonella and pork rinds.
It has
Yeah,
to be
fuck.
eaten raw.
I mean, have you ever had chitlins before? I mean, stresses me.
Chicharrones.
Feet are delicious.
Mm. I've had pigtail once. It's quite good, actually.
Is anyone besides me always surprised that Lord Commander Bo can hold his weapon so firmly with his hands being so slippery?
Yeah, well, I
That
mean,
is true.
You know what they say about slippery hands, right?
No?
I was asking.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know either. Yeah, it's got that kung
Well,
fu grip, though. Apparently.
Bo says, "While you all are diddling yourselves, you apparently have not noticed this cart. It's tipped over in a rather haphazard manner. There, afar, over by the tavern. I suggest we make it there on the double."
Did it hit
Is
a
that our
pole?
job now? Like,
You-
we right wagon?
Well, I mean, we were heading to the tavern anyway. We might as well fix this fucking the wagon.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it's polite.
You remember that the scholar rogue had actually asked you to go to the tavern in the first place. Make sure to solve the little uprising issue that was there. There was someone there that was causing problems.
An uprising. Oh.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Uprising is a thing or two I know about. Let's go.
Alright.
And you all move quickly, heading down the dirt path and heading towards the... Finally, you make it inside. You see, actually, before you fully do, there are people who quickly push past you. They seem almost fearful when they leave. They pay you no mind as they run far away, run down the path. They're not screaming. They're just a little bit panicked and a little bit off put. As you enter, you see a familiar face. One that you haven't seen in, I don't know, a couple weeks.
Oh, fucking
You
shit.
see Thaddeus in his red robes. You see him there, sitting at the front of the tavern. You see a very uncomfortable dwarf who's serving him. You see him drinking copious amounts of booze.
And, god
Who's
damn
that
it.
again?
It's Thaddeus Dudius, or to all of you in the court, the dude.
Well, controlling. Go ahead.
Oh, I am gonna need a drink for this.
I mean, yeah.
Signals the bartender.
Yeah, cheers. Mm-hmm.
Do you go up to the bartender?
Oh yeah, she walks up and says two strong ones. I don't know, four strong ones if they
Yeah,
don't drink.
me
them all.
too. Don't forget me.
You see the bartender come over and he leans over the counter and he says, "Look, can you get this guy out of here? He keeps drinking shit and I don't know, he keeps doing weird voices."
Oh, god damn it.
Say no more. I will escort him out.
Please do.
This
I don't
does
wanna
sound
deal
like
with
a
this
job
shit.
for an awakened bear. Surely he'll be frightened and leave this establishment.
I'll ask him nicely.
If that doesn't work, show him the pork butt.
Excuse me, sir. I do believe, is that cart yours out there? It looks like it hit a pole.
You see Thaddeus Dudius, the Wizard of Thunder. He looks over to you, cloaked in red. He puts his hand on his forehead, pushing back the non-existent hair that he has, and he says, "Like, how's it going, Simmothy?" You can tell he's doing his impression of someone that you've heard long, long ago.
He's doing the walking.
What is the fastest way we can do this? I mean, we're not gonna kill him, right?
I think we should
Right.
kill him.
I mean, we shouldn't technically kill him.
None of us are
Fastest.
necromancers, so
While we're technically outside the bounds of the Castle of Blades, it's important that we do not, shall we say, disturb the kinfolk. There may come a day when we ask one of their number to join our ranks, right? So let's keep it on the DL if we can.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any ideas if this negotiation does not work?
Slip is still signaling the bartender, like, urgently.
And the bartender comes over. He says, "So are you getting him out?"
We're gonna need some drinks first.
Yeah, okay. And he...
You know, you sound
Damn it.
familiar. Is your name Rick?
It is!
Oh, man.
You see there, he also doesn't have hair. It's a bit spotted, and he has a scar on one of his cheeks. But you know, his name is Rick, and unfortunately he's a very short dick. But people still like him, so it's okay.
Yeah, I thought I knew you from somewhere.
Yeah, thanks, man. I'm glad my name's got out there. Get your drinks, alright?
Mm-hmm.
Simmothy will put Hamilton on the bar counter, knowing the pig probably won't jump off.
Hamilton sits on the counter.
You know, me and him, Slip says, kind of like on the slide. We used to date, she says, kind of
Really?
indicating. Yeah.
You and Hamilton?
What?
you
The guy in
fucking
the
a
red
pig.
robes?
Oh man.
Definitely not the guy in the red robes.
Oh,
Okay. That's scary.
I'm talking about 3 and Trick.
Mm-hmm.
And yet he's still like, we have not gotten our drinks yet, and I have to think this has something to do.
Well, here's your chance.
Why don't you make me an insight check there, Slip the Court Magician? Yes, you would know that because you made fun of him when you were in a restaurant of sorts, another tavern, for how short his penis was. He's still very upset, serving you slightly slower than usual. But eventually he does come over, and he comes over with all of your drinks, putting them out in front of each of you. This is kind of my livelihood, and I as much as I appreciate serving members of the Castle Blaze and the court and everything, I would appreciate like a tip. Just the tip would be great.
It's just the tip. I wouldn't even feel it. Sheesh. And switches her booze with Hack.
Wait, why are you switching my booze?
Oh, I just like the looks of yours better, she says, looking over at Rick.
I look at Rick.
She starts to drink it.
Rick,
Good move. Good move,
Cheers.
Slip. Good move.
And
Feed the tainted ale to the bear.
I mean, I'm not sure I want to do that. Let's give it to the pig.
Yeah, let's see how the pig reacts.
Hamilton don't drink.
I mean, we can find out.
Oh, come on. It's like
Maybe
a
we
marinade.
Pig,
can offer
they're
the man in
omnivores.
red.
He
Did you know
has
if you give
detox.
pigs bones, they will legitimately just obliterate them? Like, if
and
you ever have to kill
hear-
somebody.
Let's give it to the dude.
You know, actually, that's a good point. I mean,
Say,
Okay,
hey, we
yeah.
bought you a drink in remembrance of the good times we had. No
Do we-
hard feelings.
Do we really want him stumbling around here, not knowing what he's doing?
Out, at least we could just like carry
We just
him.
throw him out into his broken cart.
yeah, I mean, his cart's broken, so at least we don't have to worry about the fucker doing something stupid with that, do we?
Then we could set it on fire.
They could set it on fire.
I thought we had to be role models. That's why
A
I'm
divine fire.
I mean,
It was,
I could
it was
maul
an
him.
accident.
righteous
you know?
fire.
White.
If anything,
Well,
it's an example of how not to do things.
So if I maul him first and throw him on, it'll look like a cart accident.
I mean, we don't have to maul him. I mean, just...
But we'll light the town on fire.
Well, don't light the
All right,
town
all
on
right.
fire. Just light the cart on fire.
Let's just give him the drink and see if he gets drunk enough. We can show him the door.
All right, fine.
I don't want to waste a spell slot on this, but I'll see what I can do.
Thank
she
you.
takes the drink, and she goes over there and she says, "Hey, nice voices."
He looks at you, and he's like, "You want to hear me sing?"
First, have some of this. And she hands him the drink.
Please sing. I
Sing
wanna
while
hear
you're
it.
drinking.
Oh, please. I mean, that would be actually genuinely really entertaining.
And as I would like you to make me a persuasion check there, Slip, the court magician. See if you can persuade Thaddeus to drink this drink that you've given him.
Should be an advantage.
It
right?
doesn't have a loogie in it.
And he looks at you, and he frowns, and he says, "I have somewhere to be later tonight. I can't keep drinking all the time." He takes another drink of his own beverage.
Oh, fuck.
Bo kind of sauntered up and just says, "Do it." And he uses command.
Oh my god. Yes.
And then Slip says, "It does have a loogie in it."
Let's find my command spell.
Well, I know, she just wants him to know as he's doing it.
He does know.
Great. It is known.
How do you get the spell
Okay,
to
must
cast
make
like that?
a-
Mine wouldn't do it.
A wisdom saving throw. Okay.
Let's see what it is.
What is the
It's,
what is the save?
They have the DC on here.
It should be on your spells list. At the top, right? Yeah, top right.
Mm-hmm.
Spell save DC.
I don't know. It doesn't say.
I think it's at
I think
the very
it's-
top,
What
right?
level is it? What level is it? And what's I think it's.
One, it's like something
11 or
plus my spell
something.
modifier or something like that.
I think it's.
Well, if you go to
10.
spells, it should be all the way up at the top. I think it's based on your proficiency bonus, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Spell
probably like
save
13.
DC, spell save. Oh yeah, yep. Spell save DC is 13.
Hey.
I think
All
it
right, let's
automatically
see.
factors it because I can't edit it. So. Oh wow.
Drink it.
Gee.
Well
Yeah,
then.
you say. Do it. You say.
I've always wanted to do that.
It
you
is pretty
say-
cool when it works.
And Didius looks down at the drink, and he says, "Jamona," and
Oh, fucking god.
he takes the drink and he downs it very quickly. You're very surprised at how good he is at swallowing.
Oh my.
It's so quick and so lightning fast that it's completely gone in the blink of an eye. And you see him, he gets up and blinks a few times. And you see him collapse to the ground and he falls and you just hear soft snoring coming from him as he falls asleep.
Perhaps we should invite him back to the castle.
Yeah, let's not.
You remember that if you invited him back to the castle, this would be the second time you've invited him back.
Yeah, yeah, no. I mean, he can stay out here, right? As long as he didn't cause too much trouble.
And
Well,
you hear the Rick the bartender say, "Can you get him the fuck out?
Yeah, we'll put him on the
Please.
cart.
Thanks. That'll be great. The one that's right outside? Yeah, that'll be great. Thank you so much.
You
I
are
appreciate it.
so welcome. Yeah.
Thank you, Akki the Brewmaster. You're great.
Your dick's
So
still 3 inches,
great.
Rick. You're welcome.
Yeah, but I
Hell,
said fuck elves. Yeah.
How you know about the size, Akki? I mean,
I
She
like
just told
it.
us.
Yeah.
oh, she told you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it really was just a tip.
I mean, gay guys hit on me, but it's not like I accept anything, so.
Like, want to see my dick? Is that it?
He didn't bring his magnifying glass, Rick.
That's good.
Oh,
Shit.
Rick.
I'm gonna make a will save.
It's pretty fucking good.
He's still strong. He swallows his pride.
And
It's
everything
not-
else, too.
Can you please just can't believe that? Thank you.
Now don't get short with us, Rick.
He sighs and he gets off his little stool. And little dwarven Rick, he walks to the back,
Oh, he's a
taking
dwarf. I
some
feel
mugs
bad
to
now.
clean. Yeah, you should. He's a bald
Fuck you.
dwarf though, so he's blasphemous because he has no beard, no
Oh,
hair.
yeah, I don't feel bad then.
Yeah, exactly. So what do you do with Didius?
I don't fucking know. Dump him outside.
Just dump him in the gutter.
But rob him first and then say someone else did it.
Sure.
I mean, I'm sure he doesn't have much.
Oh. You're right.
I don't know.
I
We
mean,
could find out. Let's go through his pockets.
Also
At least
very
take
true.
that damned red shirt.
I can't see.
Yes, his red cloak. It's a
Just the
very
red cloak.
nice red cloak.
Oh, on the
You
way
see
out,
spots
though,
of yellow on them. It's kind of nice.
On the way out, Slip turns to Rick and says, "Oh, about that tip, tongue exercises. You gotta compensate somehow."
Oh, poor
Like I
fucker.
said, I've had a lot of practice with elves.
Yeah, you keep saying that, but that's not what I'm hearing from Slip, so.
I had a whole, 4 or 5 episodes. Come on.
That doesn't make you automatically good at it, does it? That means you got a pity
Yeah.
fog. I'm sorry, but
Yeah,
that's
she
what it
liked
is.
You know what? Shut the fuck up and
Also,
get
she's
my bar.
dead now. Bye.
What? And you leave the bar at that. He seems surprised, but you go outside with the passed out Thaddeus.
Did she not
And-
die in this timeline, guys?
No. She one of the people that she was manipulating died. Yes, but
Oh.
the actual elven sibling, the female elven sibling, is still alive.
Okay, good.
And she occasionally watches from afar the castle of Blades. Hello,
Yay!
sibling. of
Hello.
elves.
Hello from the darkest timeline.
Prop him up so he can stare at our greatness in the castle.
Mm.
So,
There. Put him in the driver's seat. That way he faces the full penalty of the law.
I think we are the law.
I mean, he's got a
Yes.
point.
You know, Lord Bow, that you are both the law and you are the Senate.
And Lord Commander kind of circles around the wagon and moves it with his boot, and it's filled with brand new, what do they call the counting beads things? Abacuses.
Yeah. Abacuses.
Whatever is the analog for laptop computers. Oh,
Is that
no.
one Bluetooth?
He just wanted to be a friend.
Oh, shoot. These are
He was-
nice.
He was no doubt
Slip sneaks an abacus into her pocket.
bound to deliver these abaci to the castle. But alas, because of his depravity, he did not make it there. We should still deliver this to the castle upon our return.
Yeah.
You know, if he wakes up, you might want to touch something, right?
What?
Eh?
Better guard your dick.
Ugh. It's concerning.
Yeah. Bo
Should
looks
we
down.
tie
He
his
has his
hands?
codpiece there.
You know what? Yeah.
My member is well protected, Simmothy.
Oh my.
Rumor has it.
And as you're all discussing and talking, looking over the sleeping Thaddeus, that you hear the jingling of armor coming from the direction of the castle. You look to the side and you see a very familiar face. You see lizard folk. You see him with his long tail that he comes in. You see emissary Walter Peck as he comes into view, and he looks to be holding a letter.
Holding a what?
A letter. It's a letter A. No, it's
Oh my. For fuck's sake.
you see him holding that, and he comes up and says, Matt wanted me to give you this, but also there's actually a physical letter from King Ted. So,
All right. How's it going, man?
it's pretty good, you know. Working for the Republic, the the fire genasi that's in charge is kind of putting war in with some other genasi. It's pretty bad, but you know, Republic.
Yep. It's all fucked.
So out of curiosity, emissary Walter Peck, what do you think we should do with this Didius?
I'm curious about this.
Didius. And he looks over at Didius. He pokes him in the head. You hear Didius snore. You see him rifle through his cloak. He pulls out a pouch of sorts. Seems to be a pouch full of coins. And he tosses it up in the air and catches it. I've done what I'm going to do.
Fair enough.
Must be taxes.
It's always Texas.
Yeah, there you go. That works.
Gotta keep the rich, you know?
Isn't there a
Yeah.
dog park getting built over there from those taxes?
I don't know. Man, I gotta go put my kids to bed. I have a lot of them.
Mm.
keeping this town safe from bugbears.
Of course. He salutes to you, and he makes his way back to the castle. But you do have a letter in your hands. Slip the court magician.
She will open it.
You see that it's from King Tetnak. It says, "Dearest court members, I'm gonna need you to go to the graveyard. Some shit's going down. It's bad. Tet."
I knew I should have chosen undead as my favorite enemy.
Does anyone really have a favorite enemy?
I mean,
Doesn't that kind of seem like
Yeah.
a paradox?
I've got a favorite enemy. It's the undead.
yeah, that's useful.
Mm.
I mean, honestly, it's people.
Mine's ex-boyfriends.
I mean, that's also reasonable, but still people.
Just like ex-boyfriends, the folks in this graveyard keep trying to come back and come back. And every time we've let them bastards rise from the grave, what happens? We get burnt. Just like Didius here, don't you remember? He was 6 feet deep for several months. And he rose and rose again to create trouble for our majestic kingdom. We should head back to that graveyard and check it out.
I suddenly have a
Yeah.
much worse feeling about this.
Well, they're probably all green, so
I mean, yeah.
What can go wrong? Just a bunch of decomposed bodies.
they don't taste that good.
No, they do not.
I wouldn't expect so.
Filled with nasty disease. Washing it down, even with some of that tea, is not going to make it taste any better.
Well, I mean, you'd be surprised. Tea's pretty fucking great. I mean, this tea is pretty fucking great.
You got more of that tea.
I didn't say I had more of it for you. Because it's not going on the
That's
floor, and I'm drinking it.
It can't go on the floor. There's no floor.
I mean, let's argue semantics then, right? At what point is a floor and the ground the ground?
Well, at what point do you understand that water comes from the ground?
That's like
It's
one of those
gotta-
people, right, that argues about, well, you know, you can just shove all the food on the plate in your mouth and mix it all together, and then, you know, but you're not going to put it in a blender, are you?
Did you hear that, Guardian Simmothy? He said those people. He called you those people.
I did.
Yeah, like...
I'm not correcting
that's-
myself.
That's so racist, those people.
It's not a bear thing. It's an idiot thing.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Bo's just walking towards the graveyard, shaking his head, complaining about how he can't keep up with everything that's going on in the kingdom.
All right, if you give me a moment, there's one more thing, or a couple things I would like to introduce to you, but it would take me a moment because it is a long pathway that you're all traveling on. And it takes quite a while for you to
This is
travel.
long.
Is it over 8 hours?
No, you don't.
Are you
need to
sure?
rest.
I mean, it seems like it might be that long.
Let's stop. Let's stop and take a break.
Never.
You know, this is a good idea, actually. You know, I feel like we could go the long way around, you know, the scenic route. I know a really nice place to camp. There's some naturally growing yarrow. We can pick some of that, relax. It'll be great.
Yeah, we didn't.
Ooh.
It'll take
We
almost
didn't have
exactly
drink.
8
Hamilton
hours.
over a campfire.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, the
We didn't
naturally
have-
growing
we didn't
yarrow
have
field. It's just a ways off.
a court. We didn't have anything to eat at that tavern. We just left. I'm famished.
I mean, I'm a great hunter. I can actually, like, grab us something. Or we can eat the fucking pig.
I mean,
I think Simmothy would be sad if we ate the pig.
he's only
This is
gonna eat
comfort
them
pig.
raw. If you want to eat them raw, we could eat them now.
I mean, I feel like I could make some pig sashimi.
No, that's trichinosis. Ugh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you cook it proper. But then
But it's
again, he
not
wants it raw,
food.
so yeah.
You
Chicken.
do know that it is better raw, Akki.
Everything's better raw. That doesn't mean you should eat it that way.
Now.
It's very unsafe.
Exactly.
Always use cooking protection.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now. You get sick once a year. This would be that time.
Trichiniasis, not trichinosis.
Kidding me?
Trichinosis is
My
disease of the...
constitution is very low. I get sick constantly.
Oh, yeah. Do you have cure disease yet, Lord Commander?
It would be
I do,
super
but
useful.
trichinosis is a venereal disease, and I prefer to let that one run its course so that the offender learns their lesson.
What happens?
Wait,
Why are we talking about Hamilton and STDs?
I don't know.
I was
Why are we guardians?
just gonna ask that.
Trichinosis.
I mean, yeah.
This is why I make him walk butt first, so I can protect his ass.
Okay.
Guardian Simmothy is grabbing pig ass, and y'all are discussing trichinosis, or whatever the hell Paladin fucking Bo is saying. It takes a while to get to the graveyard, or it's a different graveyard than the one that you have. So you have to go through forest, because I said.
Mm-hmm.
It got dark.
And now it's light.
It's so late.
It is light.
You're able to settle down in a forest if you want to hunt for food.
I would love to hunt for
Have
some
a
food.
break. Sure, you know what? You go and hunt for that food because nothing bad will happen in this forest.
I'm
because
so good at hunting food. I mean, I'm so good at it that I literally can't be affected by difficult terrain. I have advantage on all initiative rolls. And, yeah.
Oh, please, make your roll.
Also, difficult terrain doesn't slow us down at all.
It doesn't.
Mhm.
So good. Good job,
We get to our
Brewmaster.
camping site quickly.
Make
I'm
me
gonna-
a survival check.
Also,
to,
I get twice as
find
much food as I normally would.
Do it. Do it.
He broke it.
All right, let's. I'll do it. I'll hunt for some food. Where's the?
I'm gonna
bowl?
scratch my back on this tree.
Good.
I'll be
Yay!
in charge of starting the fire.
Well, you find enough food to feed yourselves for 2 meals each.
Yeah.
Nothing more, nothing less. It's okay. It's mostly berries. You're very tempted to make tea from it, though.
I mean, I do.
Good. And so I'm guessing you all start the fire, you get cozy, and you start having your meal.
Yeah. I also remain alert to danger when engaged in
Oh, good.
another activity while traveling, such as forwarding, navigating, or tracking.
Oh, good. Why don't you make me... Oh, who is keeping eyes out? Actually, all of you, make me perception checks as you're all kind of sitting back, relaxing, eating, socializing.
It's
You say you have
trash. I rolled trash. I knew I should have put my points into perception and not investigation.
Ill.
I knew better.
Perception.
It's okay though because I literally can't be surprised. Well, I mean I can.
Oh.
All right. As you're all sitting there enjoying yourselves, enjoying your meal, unfortunately it is fairly close when you finally hear the rustling of the bush and you hear the telltale signs of small green goblins that say, "Let me in! Let me in!"
Ah, it's the greens.
The greens. Do not let them into our cozy den.
I mean, it depends, right?
Look, you guys can watch, but you gotta stay, kind of outside the campfire circle.
And no, you cannot pet my pig.
You see many, many greens as they start to come around. They come closer and closer with their tiny little grabby arms. They
So
say,
grabby.
"Let me in!" What do?
I protect my pig.
Alright. Well, as they're attempting to have you let them in, why don't you all roll for initiative?
Yay! I have advantage on these rolls. I'm so happy about that. Where's the?
I want to use one of my class talent things,
Do it.
Divine
That's
Sense,
10.
to see if any of these greens have
Potential.
potential.
That's a good idea.
That's just an action.
They are
I don't think it's a
humanoid,
spell-
and they are my
it's not a
favorite
spell
enemy
slot or anything.
as a result. So
I want to see if there's any of them we shouldn't kill.
oh, I deal extra 2.
let's
I'm
see.
apparently really good at killing greens. Very good.
Yes, you know that both the hobgoblin and the goblin that's closest to Slip, they seem to have some sort of potential.
Give them some sort of mark.
All right.
Oh my god. I just
Make
realized
them-
I speak
make
goblin.
Make them orange. Make them orange. Give them the orange tint.
Make them prove it. You
You
ones
can
of
change
you
the tint on the token.
Oh wait, no, wrong one.
fight it out. You should all fight it out. And the 2 that remain.
You know, that's not a bad idea.
That's not a bad idea.
Why don't you make me a persuasion check, Slip?
Yeah. Now I use my slot for command, so I can't back yet.
All right. You know what? Instead of doing... I'll do a persuade for everybody, but I'm also going to charm one of them.
All right,
Nice.
do it.
Sorry, that's the wrong one, obviously.
Oh!
Oh, man. Sucky roll.
Oh,
Okay.
let's
Well, she
see.
says, oh well. And she casts charm on the bugbear because he's the biggest.
Wait, is there? I think isn't it a save against? No, for for persuasion. I think let's see if they
Oh,
can. I guess wisdom. Wow. And what about the hobos? Yeah, they're not convinced. So who are you charming?
The biggest one.
Okay, so this one here. Let's
Save the one
see.
with
Must make a
potential.
wisdom save. It does not make the wisdom save, and it has fallen under your charm, and it is willing to fight. Fight for its right to partay.
Yay.
You can take him, she says. I have faith in you.
Why don't you all? I think have you all rolled for initiative? No. Simmothy, Slip,
I didn't.
Akki, yeah, roll for initiative there, Bo.
It's always, oh, hey!
Fucking hell.
Oh, hey, oh. So we're going to start with the Lord Commander Bo. As you see the other goblins, the ones that are not marked, they're very angry. But the orange hobo is going for the one in front of him.
This one's also marked as orange.
Yes, but he seems to be looking to Slip with
How
grabby
many-
hands.
Oh my.
How are these arrayed over here?
It's kind of like basically it's like this.
Okay. So I get them with my breath?
Ooh.
Sure,
All
do
of
it.
them?
Yeah.
Very nice.
They're all clustered because they're stupid.
Oh.
He
Oh, wait.
stands up and
The poor
says something
things.
about having a little indigestion. And
It is
kind of
spiced tea.
This jet of blue energy comes out of him.
Ooh, each creature must make Constitution saving throw. Ooh.
Mhm.
8 plus your Constitution modifier plus your 2 plus 8, so 10. And what's your Constitution modifier? 2?
So it was 8 plus Constitution plus 8.
Is
The
it 12?
proficiency bonus
Proficiency
would
bonus
be
is like 2 at this level.
so what?
Okay. He saves. Other goblin. Ooh, he fails. So I'll mark him with a red. No.
Oof.
And what about the hobo?
Big hub.
Ha
Fairly.
He also fails. So what
Still
do they
take half,
take?
even if they fail.
All right, let's see. Please roll me 2d6. Yeah, 2d6 damage?
Mhm.
No, that's on a failed save.
Yep, so you had 2
Oh,
that
yeah,
failed.
2d6.
Yep.
So I'll roll.
And this guy takes half that much.
Mhm.
All right, this is the first one.
Oh, fuck's sake.
So that would be all
Yeah,
of
that's
them.
all of them. So it's just this guy takes
Yeah.
6, the other 2 take 12.
And then the other
Oh.
ones take the one that failed would take 6.
The one that succeeded will take
Yep.
half. Yeah.
So describe how you, with your breath, Your stanky Pepto-Bismol breath killed 2 of them.
They
And leave the other.
they come at me. They said, "We will join you." And as they come closer and closer to the divine presence of the Lord Commander, and they witness his greatness, it's almost as if it's too much to bear. And at first, their skin begins to blister. It begins to peel back from their skull, and their hair becomes crumpled and putrid and melts away from their skull, and they just dissolve into ash and blow away in the wind. He says to the remainder, "If you should wish to try again, continue forward. Otherwise, you will meet only death here."
Awesome. But the next one is actually the hobgoblin that you charmed there, Slip the Court Magician. And he goes after this hobgoblin, or this goblin in front of him. And let me pull him up. So he has a long sword out, and he attempts to strike him. Oh my god! You see this hobgoblin, he seems so very successful, and he just slashes this goblin in 2. You see the flesh part. You see the bone cleaved in half. It's a very powerful strike, and the goblin, like a banana, splits.
Ooh, this one might be a keeper, guys.
Who is this wanderer?
Nice.
He has to say we first.
And Akki, the Brewmaster, it is your turn.
Yeah, they seem a bit trash, don't they? Alright, yeah, let's kill them. And I'll go over to this one. I'm gonna...
The one that has potential.
No,
Does
no,
it?
the other one.
Alright, fine.
Yes, he has potential.
Fine, I'll go for the other one.
All right, you go for the other one. You step up to him. He looks so very weak. And
Oh,
you
yeah, he's
strike.
taking damage,
You-
hasn't he? He takes an extra
Pierce
D8.
Heart. Oh, describe to me how this goblin falls before you.
Oh, yeah, he's super
These
fucked.
these green goblins are just so easy. They just melt like butter in your hands.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of walk up to the poor guy and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna be honest, like, if it were up to me, like, I probably wouldn't mind, but you're fucked, so. And I just stab him in the face. Stab him
said-
with disappointment.
It says, "No, I just wanted to play." He falls to the ground, sliding off your blade, piling on top of the other one the ash that was burned by Lord Commander Bo. Slip, the court magician, if you'd like to make me an Arcana check, I would like you to do so, as there's only the 2 with potential left.
A Slip can't buy a dice here tonight.
Oh, I know.
Oh my goodness. I guess I'll just see how hard it is.
She really wants
Oh my god! Okay. You realize that, if one of you formally inducts one of these 2 greenskins into the Castle of Blade, they're actually people who've been transformed into goblins. They will turn back into people. But they must be formally brought in.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe I was fooled by their ghastly appearance, but underneath these green skins and deformed bodies, there's players. We need to induct them. I think, Lord Bo, you're the only one with that authority.
Well, that's not the ritual that I've been accustomed to performing lately, but I'm sure I can strike something up, even in these wild environs. And he looks around for materials for a ritual. He yells over to Simmothy the bear. "Quick, Simmothy, search the area. We need to find herbs and stuff."
I mean,
You know you must find exactly 11 herbs and spices in order to complete this ritual.
I mean, I already got my kit with me if you want me to go take a look as well.
Oh, the kit.
Yeah, my herb
Forgot
kit.
about the kit.
Yeah. I do literally have an herb kit.
No, you bear, go shit in the woods. Akki.
Alright, cool.
Alright, I
retrieve herbs.
I will allow you to perform this ritual as these two just start to fucking grapple. And start getting mad at each other. I like
Hurry, Bo. And mix with the herbs and Jorgens.
Bo runs around to the goblins that are fighting and grabs them both by the shoulder and stop you!
the gasp.
Do not fight among yourselves. We know that beneath your ghastly visage, there is a true role player. Someone worthy of our time and efforts. Someone who wants to tell stories, play make-believe with grown men and women. That's what you want, yes? Yes?
They say, yes, yes! And, Bo, I would like you to make me a knowledge history as you regale them with the histories of the Castle of Blades.
All right, here we go. Oh!
Good enough! You regale them with the tales of
And
the...
he recounts the history of the Castle of Blades. And he tells about once upon a time there was... This area was wilderness. It was an untamed forest of wretched creatures who had no ability to show up on time or roleplay. And then we formed a group. The group that now inhabits the Castle of Blades. And our numbers swelled. Until eventually, well, you have what you see before you here. Slip the court magician, the awakened bear, Simmothy, Akki the Brewmaster. There are many more of our ilk back in the castle. I entreat you to join us. It will be a hard road, but a worthy road. What say you?
And as you say that and you flick the herbs in their face...
He sticks them in their face.
They squint, and you see them start to shake and tremble. You see them start to spasm. They fall onto the ground as they shake and spasm, but the visage of the hobgoblin and the goblin disappear. And what is left, once I delete them, God damn it, is a dwarf and a human man. Wait, shit, that's Gru. He's already part of it. Shit, where the fuck are they?
Oops.
Oh, there he is! Half-elf. And they, after they finish shuddering, they look up to the both of you. Or look up to all of you. Look around, their heads swoop. Stand up and dust themselves off. You see the half-elf look to you, Bo, look up at you. So does this mean we get to stay?
Yes, it means you can stay. Come back with us to the castle.
Oh, I have to warn you of something.
What's that?
I am European. You know that the Europeans, they've been at war with the court of Blades for a very long time. Mostly because one of them accused the court of Blades of being very exclusionary towards them, and the court of Blades said, no, actually not. But the one was very adamant, so now mostly all Europeans, and also Japan in certain cases, do not like the courts of Blades.
But where do you live currently?
And he says, oh, I live here.
That's fine.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I'm coming from up north.
You're more than welcome in our humble abode.
Oh,
But you must renounce everything European.
He looks to you.
I mean, but not
He feels his
not
ears.
scones though. I mean, those are great.
Mostly
Oh no,
just
I
the
mean,
time.
scones can stay.
Here's this
Right.
MAGA hat. Wear this.
We hate European time.
Oh, thank
I
you.
mean, I don't know. I mean, it's not that bad, is it?
Look, I appreciate it. I just wanted to join a group. Originally, I saw Rogue the Scholar. He was going by some tavern. I was very much intrigued to follow him, but I couldn't. I'm glad I came to you.
Rogue is a man of mystery and great talent. We count him as a valued member among our kind.
Yeah, but he is. And he smiles and looks to the short dwarf with the very red beard. You see that the dwarf pulls out glasses and puts them on his... That's better! And the two of them look at each other and look back to you. So can we go back to Castle of Blades?
Maybe you can just write them a letter and they can go themselves, Lord Commander.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Oh, yeah, that's our recommendation. We heard the king is very stingy with who he lets in.
Very well. He produces a piece of parchment, starts to write, and he's right-handed. And as he writes, though, the lotion on his hands and the jerkin just smears the ink. It's legible enough. Give this to Tetnak.
He says, I will. And he takes it, and as he takes it, he runs away. You know that Lord Commander Bow, if you do not, it's part of a prophecy regarding the moisture lotion on your hands. And if thou doth not rub thine lotion on its skin, thine might get the whores again.
As they leave, he extends his right hand both into the beard, into the spy master's dark locks, and does a little something about Mary Loop on their hair.
The dwarf, his the hairs on his chin stick up very high. He's very concerned. But the northern European half is not concerned. And the two of them make their way off into the forest and back to the Castle of Blades, leaving the four of you again in the forest towards a goal of getting towards the graveyard. Though you know that if you take a left here, you might get into a den of spiders. There's a lot of them. You might not want to go that
You
way.
know, guys, spiders could be useful.
I know about spiders. This way, all eyes only hurt.
Well, I mean, I got a spell for it. You'd be surprised how well I get on with spiders.
You know that if you interact with the spiders, it could take you hours.
I mean, guys, I like spiders.
I don't.
There will be another time to clean out this den of vermin.
We don't have to kill the
And-
spiders. They're good for the area.
We need to cleanse them with
keep
fire.
the green population down.
They do.
They do.
They're
Yeah, that's a
very
good point.
useful for that.
Well, let's let them live then and proceed.
And also, I mean, really, how do you think they keep... You know what? Let's just go. I could go on
Fire.
for hours about the benefits of spiders.
You go off, continue down, and head towards the graveyard. And just as you're on your ventures, you feel a slight tugging at maybe the fact that something might end soon. Then you feel a question come up as to whether it should end or not. But you are the only one who can answer that.
Slip pauses. I feel a pressure pushing against us.
Stopping is not the blade's way.
It's true. Feels like a great sleep is coming over the land, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure I feel like it. Although we probably should, but I mean, I don't know.
What say you, Lord Commander Bow? With your many children.
Press onwards. Our children would not respect their father if I stopped at the first pressure in the bowels.
Very well then.
That's how movies are made.
Yeah.
You all push on and push forth, pushing that feeling of sleep and slumber out of your minds. You think that this might be a trick of whatever is coming in the graveyard. You aren't sure, but there's that feeling of evil and vileness, and why can't I open the turn tracker? It's not working anymore.
Yeah.
God damn it! Let me refresh, because for some reason, the control of the world is going out of control from the god's hands. I fixed it. I am the god of this world. Perfect. So you finally arrive at the place that you're supposed to be. The graveyard. And I have music for this, and I hope it's okay. Because it's part of Roll20.
Hopefully.
Better be good shit. It's ambiance.
Oh,
You
it's a graveyard.
see a very spooky graveyard before you. This is not a graveyard that you have built yourself. Not a graveyard of those that have been slain, who've crawled over the top of the castle and clicked their way into lives, or the lives of you who live within the Castle of Blades. This is another graveyard, one of great discomfort. As you move through the graveyard, I'd like you all to make me perception checks. As you feel the drips of rain slowly start to descend from the heavens, splashing onto your shoulders, onto your forehead. You feel the moistness come about your hair.
Also, I have dark sight, so...
It's still kind of day,
Okay,
so
good.
you're okay.
I can't see anything, so I wasn't sure.
But as both the awakened bear Simmothy and Akki the Brewmaster, they make their way to the graveyard. You look down as you feel something on your foot. You pick it up. And you see it looks like documents of some sort. Documents that have been half burned, almost destroyed.
Oh,
There's
no.
this sensation that comes upon you. The betrayer is near.
Man, dick move, man. Like, look at that. Like, that page would have been useful, right?
What do you have there, Akki?
You see, it's part of a 5-page backstory of an Asian assassin.
Oh my gosh.
It's a lot of fucking work
You
here
say-
that's, like, literally burnt up.
I used to read these entire backstories on my own out in the wilderness and performing my ritual. It gave me great satisfaction. What type of person would do this? This is madness. Such treachery.
And as you
Pretty
say,
shitty,
this
yeah.
is madness. You hear a voice coming from inside the catacombs there. He says, "No. This is..." I don't remember where we're actually playing this game in. And you see a hooded figure who stands in the doorway. And you recognize him as very small. But also the betrayer. You see a large book in his hand. A large book that's slowly crumbling to ash as he's holding it.
I've been reading all these books, then I decided to burn them all.
No. No.
Oh,
You see him. You know him as Xavier, the betrayer. You know that he liked to flay and impale his enemies.
Bo unstraps his axe from back and walks out to Rain and points at him. You! I know you. I know your face. It is guilty, and that's why you do not. You no longer reach out to any of us, but you prefer to live here in the detritus and slink in the shadows. Go back to that hell from whence you came, betrayer. You will find no redemption here, for you are beyond that.
He says, "Oh, I'm here for a moment. Just so you still think of me." But before that, you see him take a hand off of his book. You see it's skeletal and bony. You see him raise it up slowly, as almost if he's struggling to lift something. And as he does, you hear from the ground below, you hear the ground crack, and tremble, and crumble. So you see hands emerging from the soil. And it's time
These
to roll
hands are
initiative.
sorely in need of lotion. Ah! More greens.
There's so many.
Slovenly greens.
He is joined.
Only
He
greens.
is one with the greens.
Oh, how can he have fallen so far?
But he's not green. He is black in heart. Because he is the betrayer. Roll for initiative. Yeah.
He can't
Story
possibly beat
burners
my
deserve
power
no
gaming.
mercy.
Oh no.
I know, you're power gaming.
Aha!
Unlimited power gaming. It's 13 that he... Ignore this. Because of this to roll.
I've used up all my magic.
Oh no!
Not all of it. I have one
Oh
left.
my.
Where's my zombie at? Let's see.
I knew I should have chosen undead. Damn it. I knew it! I knew it.
And I guess I'll roll for him as well.
It's a 2. Roll a 2.
Whew!
It's less than me, so I'm fine.
I can give all three of you a blessing.
Ooh.
Yes.
I could use my last spell slot on that.
Bless us with your wisdom.
All
Oh, man.
right. And as the zombies rise up from the ground and slowly inch their way towards... I totally closed the turn order. But Akki, the Brewmaster, is your turn.
Well, I am going to, as a bonus action, cast Hunter's Mark upon the betrayer. Until the spell ends, I deal an extra d6, and it lasts for an hour. Deal an extra d6 to the target whenever I hit it with a weapon attack, and I have advantage on any wisdom perception or wisdom survival checks made to find it. If it drops to 0 before the spell ends, I can move it to a target, etc., etc. And then I'm going to move up and attack the motherfucker.
Which, I will say the betrayer is very far away, and I will just lay it out a
Okay,
bit. There's
cool.
kind of an army of zombies between you and him.
Alright, well,
This may
Very
not be the day he
angry
falls.
zombies. This will not be the day that he falls. If I have anything to say about it,
fine. If he's too far away, then I'll cast it instead on... no, I'll do it on the big fucking ugly one. And I'll move up to it, and I'll fuck it up with my 2 swords. Because 2's better. The first one misses.
Ouch.
The second one... What the fuck?
No!
Oh my
oh
god.
no!
The second
I'm glad my
one
fumble
also
table
misses.
isn't up. You attempt to strike
Oh wait!
at the ogre
Are they
zombie.
lower on initiative than me?
They are.
I have advantage on them.
Oh my god! So you could.
I forgot, yeah, if they haven't gone on the initiative track yet, then I have advantage against them in the first round. Fucking yes!
You love 5e.
Oh my god.
Wow.
All right, so there's the first one. There's the second one. Now the first one is double damage, so that's actually 14. And the second one deals an extra D8. And then both of them deal an extra D6 because of the mark. Yeah. There we go.
Oh my goodness.
So
You take it down to his knees. It's still up, still alive, and it's very large. It's about 8 feet tall. Also.
fucking. Oh wait, actually, all the damage on a crit is doubled, right? Well, the first one would be so it'd be 14, plus the 6 from the hunter's mark, so it would actually be 26, right? And then the second
You
one.
kill it.
Yeah, so it'd be 26 and then 12
no.
and then 18. Yeah.
I forgot I need
26
to do
and then
them
18.
all.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Haha. Yeah, I step forward, bring my blade high, slash down, and then across again with the other one, and then up into the leg, towards the thigh, bringing it down very quickly.
And it falls to the ground with a thud, and you see its skin immediately just turn putrid and wretched. You can smell it. It burns your nostrils. As it just melts into the ground, you see immediately a swarm of those flies and maggots start to crawl all over the corpse.
See, I'm not a power gamer. I just like my characters to be good at what they do.
And with that, the ogre zombies slowly start to lurch forward. They make their way towards both Simmothy and Akki.
Oh no.
And they will attack,
Attack.
of course.
Attack.
Let's see.
Who they attacking?
Well, we'll start with Akki, the Brewmaster.
Oh no, don't attack me.
This
I've got
might hurt.
16 AC because I'm dual wielding.
Oof.
And I'm
Oh
wearing
my
scale
God.
mail.
How much health do you have?
What did it hit for the roll?
Oh, that's not bad. Holy
Oh
shit.
my god.
Ew.
Fucking hell.
It's not that bad. 8.
Oh yeah, I mean the damage is fine. It just rolled very well.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what I should do with my magics.
Oh yeah, and I guess I would have transferred the hunter's mark over to the other big one, so it's on this guy.
Perfect. So he smashes you with a morning star. He brings it down and cracks you in the shoulder.
I think I have to make a was it con? Yeah, it's con. Oh, that's not pleasant.
Con.
Hey, I passed it. Yay. I don't lose concentration.
Woo. Alright, and as he smashes down on you, the other ogre zombie will smash down on Guardian Simmothy with your pig. I will roll 1d3. On a 1 to 2 it hits you, on the 3 it hits the pig.
Oh shit.
Better not hit the
He
pig.
wants to hit this pig butt.
It goes for Guardian Simmothy. And what's your AC?
12.
You take 12 bludgeoning damage as a
Oh.
morning star comes down and cracks you. It hits your
We
leg.
gotta take out those guys.
Cracks into the
Yeah,
side.
they're painful.
They're very painful.
Barely a nick.
Barely.
Barely.
As he hits you, you feel your leg almost kind of give way, bow in. It is now Bo's turn.
Did you bless us, Bo?
I could
Now we
this
can.
turn.
Bless him.
I guess you guys want that.
Yeah.
Might be the best thing to do. All right, let's do bless.
Hallelujah.
Concentration up to a minute. I think we won't go over that with the
combat. Three creatures of your choice within range. Whenever you make an attack or saving throw, you get to add a d4 onto it. So that is my action. And for my move, can I position myself to be at the rear of this thing, like in an advantageous position, so I get an advantage?
You can. Yes, you can.
Nice.
So he circles around some gravestones and tries to get a little cover from that, and has his axe out. And so next time he's going to like take it down from the back, hamstring it.
Perfect.
That puts him on a flank, right?
Yes, it does, which means Guardian Simmothy, you are now in flanking with the ogre.
After being swung at and moving Hamilton out the way and taking the blow, he realizes Hamilton's over his head. And he sets the pig down behind a grave marker and goes into a rage.
Grrr!
You, as you go into a rage, in the back of your mind, you just hear, "Ree!" And you let that "ree" flow through you.
So angry.
Whee! And, is that a bonus action?
Yeah, the rage would be a bonus action.
Alright, and what do you do? I'm guessing you attack?
Yeah, hang on, I'm trying to figure out. I think he gets a +2 because of his rage.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's blessed, so I get a +4 on my attacking throw.
Mm-hmm. Alright, you hit him. You're able to hit with your claws and your teeth as you rage out at this ogre zombie. You click on that claws and teeth, roll damage.
And that's where the +2 would come in, right?
Yeah. Well, you get a plus to hit.
It's 14.
Alright. You strike at the ogre, and though you do a hefty amount of damage, it doesn't seem very phased. You see the gouges that you've made with your claws and its skin. You see pieces of flesh that just hang off that are barely still attached to his body. And you see, as he roars, he's about 3 teeth that are left. As that happens, zombies start approaching and coming after all of you. Oh my god, Akki!
What?
You poor thing.
I'm fine.
There's so many around
fine.
you.
There's zombies. They have very low attack.
We'll see.
I'm sure that I won't go down. And they won't hit me, most of them. It'll be okay.
So, we'll start with Bo. Lord Bo. He does not have advantage against you, but that's okay, because he will attempt to hit you. I'm assuming he does.
Oh my.
With a 22. I'm rolling very well.
It is but a flesh wound.
You feel the flesh wound as he basically welcomes you to the jam as he slams you with his hands.
God, I'm just imagining the Duel of the Fates, but the pufferfish version.
It's basically when was it Captain Kirk does that move where he puts both of his hands together and he slams down. That's what he does. You know what I mean. Oh, you'll go next with Guardian Simmothy. You hear a zombie come up behind you as it attempts to crack you in the back with the same move, but I think it misses because you have a 12. Am I right?
Yes, and I get a resistant to bludgeoning, piercing,
Oh,
and slashing.
perfect.
Very nice.
I'm going to welcome Akki to the jam as well as we attempt to slam.
Bring it. Oh, god damn it.
Oh my god, 18! Woo! But ignore that 5.
I was gonna say.
So it's just 4.
Oh no. I've taken 4 more damage.
You have, and the other zombie's going to attack you as well.
Bring it. Fuck you.
With another
Stop
4.
rolling slightly higher than my
You've
AC.
taken 8.
You get... Oh, no, never mind.
Yeah, I've got 16
Zombies.
AC, and they're all just barely making it.
Oof, barely. These zombies just keep slamming down on you, attempting to take you down. Next, you see the betrayer. He has his hands up in the air, and immediately he brings them down very swiftly. And he is cloaked in a black haze. It swirls around him for a moment. In that moment, he is gone.
What is this devilry?
He has disappeared. Slip, it is your turn.
Slip is going to, well, if she's going to use Burning Hands, but it looks like they've repositioned themselves so that she could only catch one in a cone. Am I right?
You-
Just this guy?
You could catch, if you move up a little bit, you can catch probably, it's just a cone.
You get
How
five-
long is the cone?
You get a
15
5-foot
feet.
move. You get a 5-foot step for free.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, I'd say you can catch these two, just for funsies.
All right, we'll do that then.
All right. Ooh! I think it hits both of
And-
them.
I get a 1d4 added to that
Yep.
too.
Nice. You do hit them both, no matter what. They're both stricken by your burning hands, neither of them saving.
I think I did the first roll wrong anyway, but yeah, that's a 3d6. So I get to re-roll ones.
For these, yeah, you just see the damage.
Yeah, anyway, so that's 11 damage to both of those.
So the one zombie, he crumbles. You see his bones caving in on themselves as he just crumples to the ground. The ogre, it recoils from the fire, and it just lets out a very menacing growl towards you. But the next one up is Akki the
Yeah.
Brewmaster.
It's me. I'm gonna ruin these guys. I would go for the big boy, but these little guys are just irritating enough. Although, I did stomp the other big fucker pretty quick.
Yeah, you got 2 good hits that included a crit, though.
Yeah, true. And these little guys go down quick and easy, so... And I know it's going to take a bit to get through him, so I'd rather get rid of damage sources. So
They're flanking you.
yeah, I'd rather get rid of damage sources. So I'll go towards the one toward the back of me. I assume 15 hits?
You're hitting the zombie?
Mm-hmm. This guy.
It does.
Wicked. 8 slashing. Does that kill it?
Unfortunately, he still stands. You hit him again.
Does that plus another D8 hit it? Kill it?
Let's see, actually.
Of course, it's a 1 on the D8, so... So it's 18 total.
Let's make a... Ooh.
Yeah, the
5
zombies,
plus
when they go
damage
down, they
taken.
have to make a check, or they just keep going. Come back with 1.
Mm.
They come back with 1
So-
HP.
So it must make a DC 5 plus the damage taken.
So
There's
15.
no way.
Yeah. And it is a con...
No.
God.
Well, oh wait, no,
God.
it's con saving throw, but that's, so it's just, yeah, plus 3, holy shit. Yeah, it still stands.
Oh no.
No.
You're surprised how the zombie stands there.
God
Didn't
damn
want
it.
you to make a save, but whatever.
Fucking zombies, dude.
I got something up my sleeve.
As you try to reach for your sleeve, the ogre zombie, it looks between Simmothy, Slip, and Bo.
And the pig. Don't forget Hamilton. He's a respected member of this group.
It
Oh.
does hit Guardian Simmothy.
Now you have to roll to see if it's him or the pig.
No, that was a 4.
Oh, I see. Okay, good.
Chicks on the ground.
Oh yeah, it's behind him. Oh well, it is Simmothy. He goes after you again. And he will attempt to strike you with his morning star, even though it's evening. Oh my god.
What's resistance provide?
Half damage.
It's half.
Gotcha. So 7.
Yeah.
It's really fucking good. Bring it. Bring it, big zombie, son of a
You
bitch.
you feel the morning star crash down upon you as it cracks. But fortunately, because of your thick fur with 3 C's, you are able to resist it. The other ogre zombie attacks Akki the Brewmaster again.
Fuck
And
off.
also gets through.
You don't have resistance,
I think
do
I
you?
think I'm exactly down. There's exactly 29.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Yeah, it cracks you across the head.
No.
And you yourself just
Well,
fall
yeah,
to
these
the
are- this was
ground.
no threat.
And you're lying on the
That's
ground. You're still
motherfucker.
alive. But
I'm down.
you see him down. You see him down, bro. You see him down so far away. Fortunately, it's your turn, but you're surrounded. There's a zombie above you, an ogre below you. What do you do?
Okay.
We've hit this zombie twice, I think. This big guy.
Yeah, but I think I can get them all off of us for a minute. This is a long time. So I'm going to use this one here.
Turn undead. Okay. Each fiend or undead you can see in here must make a wisdom saving throw, and I think that's what, 13? Or is it 12?
Was my wisdom saving throw against me?
It's 8 plus 2 plus... what's your wisdom?
My wisdom is 15.
So
Plus-
2 bonus, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I think it's 12.
I think it's 13, isn't it? That's what the sheet
Is it
said.
13?
but-
Okay. Oh my god. So
Oh
the
my.
zombie to the north resists the turning.
Yeah, Raleigh,
The
you took
ogre.
me.
Oh no, he's going to flee. Let's see. The zombies that are around the fallen body of Akki.
Yeah!
It flees.
Yay, that's the fucked one as well.
It doesn't flee.
Oh, damn.
But the ogres both are gonna start to flee. So I will put a fear token or something.
So Bo is about ready to hack down at the back of that one big zombie. He sees Akki goes down and raises his axe to the sky almost in a Thor-like fashion. A thunder crashes and a divine thunderbolt comes down and strikes the ground, sending some of the zombies fleeing for cover.
As that happens, they're terrified. Simmothy, what do you do?
Be in a rage. He's gonna keep attacking. Since
Alright.
he can't move away without getting hit. Mechanically speaking. And it's with advantage since he's flanked.
Go ahead. Perfect. So roll your damage as you strike into this ogre.
And that's +2, 22.
22 damage? You gotta
Oh, nope, I hit the
Wait.
wrong button.
heater.
There you go.
9.
11.
Alright, you see it's almost down, but does not pay attention to you. It just wants to run away. The zombies, the one that can flee, the one that's a 1 hit point, just buggers off. Completely off screen. But the other two, one makes its way over to Simmothy. You can hear the bones creak as it comes towards you. And it tries to strike with a slam. And it deals 5 damage, which rounded down is 2. You barely feel it.
I think I've been here before.
The other one attempts to swipe at you, bashing you with a bony fist, Lord Commander. But you're able to deflect using your holy symbol to have it just bust its knuckles. And Slip, the court magician. There are 2 zombies who are actively after you right now.
Slip raises her hand and her eyes glow red as she speaks an incantation, and 3 globes of light fly from her fingers. And how hurt does the zombie in front of her look like, the big guy?
He's very close to death. Well, double death.
She'll shoot 2 of them at him and 1 at the zombie above, Lord Commander Bow.
All right.
I've got this one. You go help the Brewmaster. Because he's the only one with healing that I know of. So that's just going to be rolls for damage, because magic missile always.
Awesome. Roll that damage.
That's 1. That's
All right, we'll do the ogre zombie first. Yep, so 2. 6 damage. All right. He's still standing, unfortunately.
Oh, well, actually, you can shoot them 1 at a time. So I'll go ahead and do the 3rd one.
All right. Ooh! Describe how he collapses to the ground in a heap of flesh and bone.
Yes, the 3 glowing force globes strike him, 1 in the shoulder, then 1 on the side of the face, and the final one directly in the chest. And it burns straight through him and out the back of his spine. As he gives one more howl of rage, he collapses to the ground.
As he's collapsed on the ground, I think you gotta make me a death save there. Roll a d20.
Yeah, I forgot about that. It's on the sheet, actually. Let me,
And I'll roll a 1.
Come on,
For your
bring
saving
the
throws, you get an
1.
extra D4.
Ooh.
14.
Woo!
Success.
Good. Good. All right. The ogre zombie. The one that's alive is gonna flee. You cling to life still, Akki. You feel you're like what, 0 hit points right now? You're kind of aware of what's going on, but not really. You're lying on the ground. You're like, oh. But you're clinging to life. As Lord Commander Bow, it is your turn. You have a zombie above you, though.
All right, I think I'm just going to attack him.
Do it. Kill him.
I can use Cure Wounds on him later.
Unfortunately,
no.
you attempt to strike him, but his
Oh,
bone...
I get D4. Does it even matter?
Go ahead. It matters. You strike him.
It hits?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank the blessing. Yeah, still not very good damage.
No. He's still alive. Well, as alive as bones can be.
And for my other action... probably just kind of shield Slip so she'd get off her magic. So
You helped Slip get off for next turn.
can I
Got
make
it.
it like any attack against her gets a disadvantage or something like that?
Sure.
Guardian.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Guardian Simmothy. What
All
do you do,
right.
Rage Monster?
He will do a reckless attack against the zombie that's cuddling too close to Hamilton.
But they just want to cuddle.
So it's with advantage.
All right.
Oh,
Perfect. Roll your damage. Oh my god!
16.
Describe how you fucking obliterate this boy.
So as the zombie shuffles too close to Hamilton, Simmothy senses it and turns around and bears at him in all four. And he starts shaking him around like a rag doll, pouncing on him, chewing on him, slashing at him, shaking him around, throwing him here and there. And he just keeps going until it stops moving.
It's usually the dogs who want a bone, but in this case, it's a bear.
I'm a dog.
Yes, guys, Simmothy is now a dog. The ritual's been complete.
That's his war cry.
I'm a dog. I'm gonna say just because there's one left, you're able to easily defeat the zombie. It is not an issue.
Oh,
It's got
no.
5 hit points left. Oh no!
Oh, no.
You're able to get to. Okay,
Oh.
stop
Doesn't
rolling,
matter.
you.
I just wanted to
Damn it.
know.
You okay? So there's a zombie here, right? Zombie aims for bow. It misses, and then
I would be able to cure wounds on you. You'd be fine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just
so
curious.
So
I would've made it.
afterwards, it looks at you, Bo, and for some reason, like all the magic that has been sapped out of this pile of bone, it disappears. It falls to the ground. You can see this collection as it slowly turns to ash. It will make a fine addition to this graveyard's collection. The combat is over.
my collection.
All right, General. What do you do? As you see Akki on the ground. Oh, he's in
Akki.
pain.
Akki, I fear these wounds are too grave. I do not think that elderberry, whatever it was, bilberry tea will not suffice. And he lays a hand upon Aki's brow. Aki can feel the slow drip of a viscous white fluid coming down from his hand
Oh, no.
as he casts cure wounds, the last of his slots today.
Nice.
Which is where is it? Cure wounds. Here we go.
Yay. So
Yeah,
no.
5.
As the white liquid drips onto your head and down your forehead into your... You think you can see men, but it's actually just Bo.
Oh, my.
I'm sorry this face is not more lovely, Aki, but you had a close brush with death there.
Yeah, I know there were zombies. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Simmothy
pleasant.
just rummaged around looking for Hamilton.
Hamilton comes up behind you.
Oh, Hamilton. My favorite pig. You'll pick him up and turn him ass first again.
You know, some pigs can get close to a ton. Full grown.
Yeah.
Good, that'd make him better to eat then. Do you think he might like the zombie bones?
I mean, sure, why not? Good nutrition, arguably.
Slip looks around the mausoleum for any signs of Xavier's presence, any remaining paper.
He just left, just like that. What a coward.
Yeah, it's pretty shit. Should we look for him, or...
It's a disappointment about the lost stories, but that's the thing that I think he doesn't understand is we can always make more.
I mean, yeah.
We both preached the same thing once, though he betrayed us and became what he preached against. I have no interest in further seeking him out. He shall sell himself eventually. They all do.
I agree, Aki. Or I agree, Sim. His type can't stay away for long. He'll come crawling back in search of great stories. But let him go away empty-handed. He's not welcome here. Besides, we have 2 greens to bring into the fold.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm excited to see how that pans out. I think King Tetnak will be pleased, or at least satisfied, with how we've handled this.
Yeah, I think it went pretty well. I mean, I got knocked the fuck out by a couple of zombies. But, you know, apart from that, it went pretty well.
Happens to the best of us, Akki.
Yeah.
Well, you
That's
kept
why
him
your
from
com's
hitting
so
me.
I shall now roll a 1d20 to see if Tetnek has just decided to discontinue the server.
Alrighty.
Oh, we're
He
good.
does.
Hey!
All right.
Continues.
Let the
The
story
kingdom-
continue.
Story shall continue, but the story shall continue for another day. As the camera fades to black, and that's the end of this episode.
Hey, is it just me or is it getting dark?
Oh, no. You feel the darkness start to encroach upon you as you approach the mausoleum, but the darkness comes outwards and outwards and slowly engulfs you because you know that your time is done, at least for now.